Hey guys, Kilo Digital here, and I'm going to show you guys today some tips and tricks in Photoshop. So let's get right into it. So a lot of people I've seen have asked, like, sometimes their Photoshop will start bugging or spazzing out or something like that, and I'm going to show you guys how to fix that typically. So go to General, into Edit, Preferences, and then General. Go down to, let's see here, Preference, and what you guys want to make sure is that you only really want to use at least like half of what your RAM is. So depending on how much RAM you have, you want to use half of it. So I usually do 50%, and under history and cache, typically I run huge pixel dimensions, even if I'm not using bigger file sizes. Or alright, so I'm going to show you guys some shortcuts that probably almost everyone should use. So say if you have you want to change the color of anything, hold down Ctrl U, and that brings up the hue and saturation, which is pretty key, I'd say, and it makes changing colors and stuff a lot faster for your layers. Some other ones you guys should know is, say if you, here real quickly, I'm gonna make a change real quick. Just say you did this. Alright, let's just say that, and you don't like it. So say how to undo it real quick is Ctrl Z. That's a really good key to making your workflow a lot faster. And alright, so many people have been asking like how to use flares and like what type of situation or any type of design and make it look good. So real quickly, let me open up another design. Alright, so say you have your design ready, and you want to use flares, depending on what. You guys can download a free flare pack that I'm going to leave in the description. So, yeah, so say you drag your flare into here. You want to make sure is like your color correction is more vibrant and has a lot of exposure and curves. I would say curves are probably the best thing to make your flare pop. So many people would just like use without any like curves or anything with a flare, which kind of makes it really bland and not really pop. Another shortcut to do curves is Ctrl M on your layer, and of course it doesn't want to do it because I'm recording, so we'll just do it the normal way. So just put a create clipping mask and do it this way. I would suggest probably everyone should do it this way because it makes you can easily change layers with just curves, and that's probably the most effective way, I would say, too. So now I'm going to show you guys how to do color corrections, the way I do them at least. Some people usually overkill color corrections a lot, and it makes it kind of look overdone, I guess you could say. So the ways I do color corrections is just kind of just do it all off the player. Colors on the player and different shades of color, you know. So typically a lot of people, I would say, just use curves and change the RGB, red, blue, and green. You can get some nice colors out of these depending on, you know, how much you want a certain color in. So that'd be okay, I guess, because the color kind of tones it a little bit better with this. I used to use a lot of gradient maps, but recently I've just kind of avoided all of that because, I don't know, it kind of just overkills it. And you use different gradient maps. I would recommend using like Lighten or Lighten let's see, soft light. Any type of actually overlay on these would be probably the best. Any type of layer blending mode, any type would be probably fine. You just gotta mess around and see what you like and just try to come up with something pretty unique. I mean, you can do anything now, but yeah. So color uplook is another one that I kind of still use today, and I would probably suggest it. Just don't overkill it again. So some of the main ones some people probably use are drop blues. Drop blues is a pretty good one, big one I've seen, and I would probably recommend it. It depends on what you're trying to go for. Any type, just go around and mess around with these. So like say like this, I'd always recommend if you have like a layer like this and it looks, you know, the foggy night, always set it to like lighten, or just mess around with it using your scroll wheel on your mouse. That's an easier way to get through layers on the blending mode options. So I'd recommend using this because it kind of just goes really quickly, and that's what I use. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I'll probably make some more tutorials if you guys want some like 3D tutorials in Octane and Cinema 4D. I can make those. Just leave some more requests. I'll make some sometime shortly.